gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast, proudly supported by Halfcaf Golf. As always, my name is Christian Dragonetti. I'm joined by my good friend and co-host for episode number 7, mind you, Mr. Joel Mitchell. Joel, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. I'm a little bit wounded.
Oh,
A little bit wounded.
you're sucking it up a little bit.
Yeah. How's it coming along, mate? How's the game progressing?
Very, very well, actually. It's
Yeah?
the last probably 4 days have been a bit of a battle, if I'm honest.
I've noticed you haven't
physically-
been playing as much. I've rung you a couple of times this week and you haven't been out on the golf course saying, "Oi, leave me alone. I'll call you back later."
So yeah, no,
You've been spending a bit more time at home with the better half.
yeah. Well, it's usually because it's at the moment it's obviously prep for Q school, and it's probably the different to what you're thinking. You think I'd
It's
be
not
out
like
on
the
the golf
calm
course
before
every day.
Yeah, it's not
You
the
know what I
calm
mean?
before the storm. Or
No. It's like there's something called over practice, right? So if I'm out there every day grinding, I'm doing 4 hours of putting, I'm on the range hitting
Something's
200
gonna go
balls.
wrong.
Something's going to get in the head, and I'm not going to say you can't wear yourself out. I won't be able to wear myself out, but I'll overdo it, and then it gets up here, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? So keeping it pretty fresh and natural, and so I was supposed to play today, but
Yeah, you
I woke
were.
up, body was a little tender. I'd rather not hurt myself.
There's a lot on the line in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So tomorrow I'll do a little bit of work after work, at about 6 o'clock sort of thing. I'll do that. Play Friday.
After you regrip my clubs.
After I regrip your clubs. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. And then have a quick slap about on Sunday, play Monday, nothing Tuesday. And Tuesday's the event prep.
Yep.
So I have to be down at Moona. And have to check in by like midday or something like that.
Yeah,
And then
cool.
I'll chill out on
And
that.
then
other,
we're having a hit on Friday as well, Good Friday.
this Friday, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Good couple of boys. I'm
we'll
keen
be,
for that.
We'll be Friday, Sunday, Monday, and then it's go time.
It's go
So
time.
it doesn't sound like a lot because I guarantee you there's guys that are going to be playing next week
Oh,
that
there'll be a
have
couple.
played 15 days straight.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple that could be good strategy for them. You never know. You just don't know.
And see, I'm of a similar mindset to you. Like, I'm fortunate. I've got this week off. Taking this week off is a bit of a, wind down for me. And generally, when I've got time off of work, I'm pumping it. I'm playing every possible day.
Yeah.
So I played this morning. We're playing Friday. Tomorrow, I don't plan on doing anything.
You have a different schedule though.
I have a very different schedule, but like you'd think that, and people would agree with me in the sense where if they're in similar situations to us, that'd be a 6 sponsor, by the way.
It would be good.
It'd be a
wouldn't
6 sponsor, by the way.
Yeah.
If there are any beer companies out there that want to sponsor the podcast, we are more than open to talking.
Because we'll get stabby holders.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that was off topic. Go for it.
Off topic completely. But people who might work a 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 or whatever the job may be, as soon as they get time off work, they're at the golf course.
But once you have that every possible chance outside of work, you're going for it.
100%.
Whereas mine's different.
And I'm the same. I like to spend as long as I possibly can at the golf course within reason. My body's not the greatest. It never has been. And so for me, I'm like, okay, play today. Don't play tomorrow, Thursday. I'm going to play Friday. Give me a day. And then I'm playing Saturday. And then I think I'm done till I go back to work on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because my body, otherwise I'm going to be walking around like I've been
Shot.
Yeah. That's one way of putting it. That's a very politically correct way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But how's the actual game coming on? We're going to touch on Q School a lot and what you're going to do for that and the prep like in depth.
That'll be next week.
That'll be next week because you'll be down there at that
I'll
stage.
be down there. Yeah.
Next week's episode, keep an eye out for that. We're going to dive really headfirst into Q School for Joel. But how's it coming out? Is it?
My form's good.
Yeah.
It is good. So my last probably 3 rounds have been some good ones, particularly, I wouldn't say particularly last week. My last 3 rounds have been sub 68s. So, which is what I want, which is what I'm aiming for.
My last 3 rounds have been sub 68s. When was the last time you shot a 74? Took too long to answer. Move on.
I don't know. Shut up. No, so
Fuck, I hate
the form's good, the swing feels good, and I feel like I'm in control.
Yeah.
So if I'm practicing every day, I can practice myself out of that.
Yeah.
Because I'll notice one little niggle, I'll concentrate on that, and then it's not all over, but you know what I mean? It's like I might
So instead of like you flip it on its head, just sorry to cut you off, flip it on its head. I'm looking for something to like switch on, like with driver. You've seen me hit driver the last couple of weeks, and it's shocking, right? I think I found something today.
Oh, good.
Right, and I will get into it in a little bit, but I found one thing, and I've been searching for it the last couple of weeks. Whereas you're in a good mindset, where if you don't want to find something that you hate, so
it's keeping those mindsets fresh and keeping
it's
them
balance.
And exactly. So if I'm playing every day, you're never in that perfect mindset for the whole 4.5 hours or through that entire practice session. So if you're overdoing it, something will creep in, and if you hyper concentrate on that, you just go downhill. So if you're in good form, being in good form, you want to play all the time because you're in good form.
Yeah.
But you got to be very, very disciplined with that, and so that's why I'm not playing every day. I'll play. Yeah, like I said, my schedule.
Couple of days between now and
I'll have a quick hit tomorrow night just to keep that swing loose and keep it feeling good, keep it hitting good. Don't overcomplicate it in my head.
Yep.
Play Friday. We're gonna have a bit of fun Friday.
Friday's gonna be good fun.
That's not taking it too serious. It's keeping the good form there. Hopefully,
You're just keeping the body
posting good
loose,
numbers.
really.
Well, yeah, it's keeping that form within both the mindset, mentality, and physically. Like I had a quick hit last night, and the body's not feeling good. It hasn't since Saturday.
Yeah.
Just everything's a bit tender and sore, and well, not sore, but everything's a bit tender, and just from the working week last week, and yeah, I'd rather not hurt myself, and two, if the body isn't feeling good, some little habit can creep in.
Yeah.
And if you overdo that, then that form will just creep out.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's sort of trying to find that happy medium. So I hit it really good last night. I played only 7 holes. It was 3 under or something like that. So it felt good, but it was all muscle memory and just trust in the form.
Yeah,
that's literally all it was. So I want to keep that feeling.
Awesome.
Honestly, so that'll be really nice.
Is there anything you're concerned about with your game going into next week? And again, we'll dive into this a bit more in detail next week. But is there like a feeling, say, with 8-iron that you don't like, or is it like your short game's gone out the window, which is completely not true at all? But like,
nah, not really. No. The game feels good. It's all up here though. It's just like I'm not going to say the level I'm at. It's more my mentality now. I've really noticed in the past probably, I'd say year.
Yeah.
Probably since this time last year. I generally hit it very similar each time I play. Like I feel like I'm striking the ball pretty good and I can sort of have a lot of control over it. Short game's 9 times out of 10 satisfactory for myself, and you always have that one day where you just box everything or you're chipping it to this every time. But I generally feel like the game's good. It needs to be stable up there.
So would you say then, because I've heard countless people say in documentaries and interviews and whatever else that when you make it to pro golf, everyone hits it the same. It's about what separates people is who can obviously manage their mistakes the best, and also who can stay dialed between the ears.
Yeah, it comes down to like if you came and watched a tour event or something like that, even at your lower level tour events, like they all hit it unreal.
Well, Pennant was a prime example of that.
Yeah, you get on the range and they're like, Jesus, these guys can hit a ball. It's like they all can.
That's the whole point.
They all can. You're supposed to be able to. You're playing off scratch or better generally. So they all can hit a golf ball.
Yeah.
It's who can, and the level that I'm trying to play at, honestly, it's whoever putts the best or, limits the mistakes, of course. Like everyone hits a wayward shot, but it's how you recover from it.
But what you mean by putting the best is you are no closer to the hole on a golf course than when you're on the green.
Exactly.
So getting from the green to the hole in as quick amount of time.
Well, they all do that.
They all do that.
At the top level, you see these guys hitting a lot of fairways. They generally hit a lot of greens, and if they do miss the green, they have that short game to back it up, generally. But it's the guys that do that the best.
Yeah.
So they all hit greens. They all hit 12 plus greens around. 12 will be considered probably an ordinary day.
Yeah.
10 to 12 greens is like, they might not have hit a couple good shots off the tee, so I've had to punch a couple out, or they're playing out a rough or fairway bunker or something like that.
Missed a green on par 3, whatever it might be.
But if they're hitting it good, they're going to be hitting a lot of greens. So they're going to have a lot of birdie opportunities. And if they don't take advantage of that, the guys that do will overtake them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So they all hit it very similar. And I've noticed that playing with people of a similar standard.
Yeah.
We all hit it thereabouts and all hit it pretty good. It's just if I hold more putts or they hold more putts, that literally determines who has the better score.
Yeah.
So it's putting, and then how stable you can be. And that's backing on an episode we've had a couple of weeks ago about that patience.
Yeah.
About hitting 14 greens. And if you miss 4 birdie putts in a row, it's fine. You're still technically going to have another 10. You know what I mean? So if you hold just 5 of them and limit those mistakes, there's your 67.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So that's the mentality that I take out of that. So
That's it.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
all,
good.
It's all up there.
And are you finding, this is the last question I'll ask you, and then if you want to ask me about how things are traveling,
we'll go for
sweet.
it. Yeah.
Are you finding now that, like you said, Friday, we're going to go out and have a bit of fun? We've got a couple of our mates joining us.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to that as well.
It's going to be so fun.
Are you now really trying to focus in and hone in on separating your competitive, uber serious golf and your like bash about with the boys still playing a comp round?
No.
No? It's all the same?
Practice like you play.
Okay.
I intend to hit if me, you, and shout out to the boys we're playing on Friday, Luca and Jack.
Yeah.
Jack's so excited. So is Luca. They're itching. Like Luca wants to play so bad.
Yeah.
And it's good. We're gonna have carts. We're gonna go out on Henley. Henley's a gorgeous course. I
can't wait to watch Luca have 103.
That'll be right. That'll be right. We're not going off the golds. I'm not taking you off the back.
When was the last time he played at all?
Oh, I don't know.
There, so he's having 103.
I don't know.
Luca, I'm looking forward to it, mate.
His swing actually looked all right at Eastwood. He had a couple of hits on the range with my clubs, and he was hitting fucking better than me.
Oh, there you
Jesus
go.
Christ. But, that's got to relate to the golf course. But still, no, if the mentality I'll have over the ball, whether we're stuffing around playing a scramble or whether it's
still to
final round, it's I'm hitting the best shot I can. Some shots I might have a bit of fun with. Go for your hero shot if you're playing a practice round because it doesn't mean anything.
Correct.
But other than that, I'm still trying to hold that 15-footer. Like of
course.
Everything. The mentality is the same.
Yeah.
The mentality is the same. The result, I'm not so focused on. So the practice round on Friday, I want to hit a great shot. But if it doesn't really work out, I'm stiff shit. But
Well, that's it.
Yeah, the mentality doesn't really change.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, standing over the ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing I have noticed, and last thing I'll say, one thing I've noticed is that your ability to switch on and switch off into different moments is really good. It's almost fucking incredible, right?
How so?
Because I go back to watching you play Pennant the other week, and I followed you around for the whole round.
You did too.
And I tried to give you as much distance as I could, and I'd let you just sort of have your
Honestly,
own thing.
you did just give me 20 seconds. That was actually really good how you did that because there was some videos that you sent me that I'm like, where the fuck were you standing then? I didn't even notice you. So
and if you had a look on our TikToks and stuff, the montage is up. There was some pretty good clips in there.
I got some seriously good feedback from members. Coming in like the next couple of days or something. They're like, I saw that montage. That was mint.
So hopefully we can do a bit more of that coming into Q School. But what I was really impressed by was, I'm driving around in the cart and just following you. But like after you hit your shot and you're walking down with your old man, I drive a little bit closer and we just start having a chin wag for a couple of minutes. And then I drive away and you just
it's locking.
on.
Yeah, it's
so I'm looking forward to seeing if you can keep that because I think that's when you play your best golf is when you've got that balance of having fun, but also like super uber serious.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be very good.
No, it is good. Relating on to that putting and how important that is, you did actually just tell me something earlier.
Oh God.
So and you know what I have noticed with your mentality change since we have been doing this a lot more often. We do speak every second day, I'd say, on average, if not most days. That you're now not telling me, driver was everywhere. Oh, fuck, I hit my 5-iron like a dickhead today.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me about how you missed a scoring opportunity or how the putting didn't let you have a good score or you've changed your mentality a bit.
Yeah, and it's something, having listened to you a little bit, that I've focused a lot on, and it's a really good observation from your end. You get down to whatever number you're at, it's something that all golfers, I feel, can benefit from.
Yeah.
You need to score.
Yeah.
And it's not just about, I hit 15 balls in the rough today off the tee or whatever it might be. That can still happen regardless of the number you play off.
Yeah.
How many opportunities, and this is where I'm at the moment, is how many opportunities am I making the most of?
Exactly.
How many, and I had 31 points today playing off 5, and I was probably lucky to have that. Hit driver really good, which is a change for the last couple of weeks.
Good.
Like I said, I think I found something.
Good.
Irons were good. Short game was meh. And then putting was just crap.
There you go.
Right? And it's always with me, and a lot of amateurs might relate to this. You can't have all the assets of your game work together at once every time. As an amateur golfer who gets out once, maybe twice a week, you'll have a good day with driver and irons. You'll have a shit day with wedges and putter.
Yeah,
then the
or
next
it's
day you'll
flips.
come out and you'll box everything, but then you won't hit a fairway all day long.
Yeah.
There's always a give and take.
Yeah.
With me at the moment, it's been that give and take and trying to find what's wrong with driver, but then also really focusing in on, all right, this is the good part of the game at the moment. We can rely on that.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
And today was just a blur day with putter. Like it was nothing. It's not like I developed a trend that I'm going to fall back on for the next 6 months and go, oh, fuck, all of a sudden I've got the yips. It's just, and I literally had the conversation with myself today going, do I go and spend 45 minutes putting and just try and iron this out? And I thought, no, I've just misread every green. I've just completely, I just had a bad day up here.
With the flat stick.
With the flat stick.
Yeah.
The stroke's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you just didn't.
Just had a stinker.
Yeah. Well,
And that's perfectly okay. And I need to be okay with that as well.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, I've just done a quick maths in my head. Like you might not have felt like you struck the ball your best either today, really, did you?
No, I
You
hit
hit the ball all right. You hit the ball all right. Good. All right. So you hit the ball.
If 100% is like the best I've ever hit it and can't get any better, I was probably at around about that 75-ish percent. Like
80%? Oh, cool. You can work with that.
I
Beautiful.
hit it pretty good.
Yeah, beautiful. No, okay. Well, okay, then you told me, sorry to out you.
Yeah.
But you had 2 4 putts.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Which,
one definitely, or maybe it might have had 2. I said 2. I might have been exaggerating.
oh, right. Okay. Well, still.
I had 1 definitely.
Okay.
I had,
Then you
I
had
had 8 foot for birdie on 16 and 4 jabbed it and picked the ball up. 8 foot for birdie on 16. I palmed driver over the trees, cut the corner.
Yeah.
16th at Heidelberg's a great hole. Probably my favorite.
About 330?
330-ish,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But as the crow flies, you can really take a lot off.
I reckon I've hit driver once on that hole.
Yeah. Well, I take driver
Your
over
play.
the trees.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
55 in.
Yum. Yeah.
Again, stuck where I nipped this wedge beautifully.
Yeah.
And had 8 foot, no joke for birdie. And like the first one, I just hammered it.
Where was
through
the hole?
Front, back left.
Oh, so that's like the flat spot too.
It's a flat spot. But it's at the bottom of the slope.
Yeah.
It's at the
okay.
very bottom
and
of
you
the
were
slope.
right pin high sort of thing?
I was
You just
pin high up the hill.
smoked it.
Yeah, smoked it through the
Yeah,
break and then
right.
had 3 other goes at it and didn't get close.
Didn't get it in. Okay, so dial. Okay, so you had 31 points. You're 5 over your handicap essentially. So that you said you had 2 4 putts. So obviously you had 1, and then you obviously had maybe
I think
2
I
3
had
putts.
2 3 putts. As
2
well,
3
yeah.
putts. Cool. So take 2 shots off considering the opportunity you had on 16, take 2 shots off that. And then take away a putt each from the 3 putts, and there's your 36 points. You've just played your handicap.
Yeah.
It's literally putting.
Yeah, correct.
The rest of it's pretty good.
But that I didn't tell you that I had also picked the ball up on 9. I had a double on 9 for no points. Right.
Was that shot errors though?
What happened on 9?
Because you didn't 4 putt 9.
Yeah, no. So what happened was hit driver up the left hand side, 4 iron, and I was just cut across it with the ball below my feet.
Oh, it's gone down
Ended
to the
up
path.
down near the path, stuck under a tree, had to chip out sideways, and then couldn't make up.
Yeah, it just snowballed.
Just snowballed.
Okay, that one.
It
That's
and I
water
walked
off a
off
duck's.
thinking like had an opportunity to score, but I was scrambling for bogey.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
water
was-
off a duck's back. That one. What do you do with that?
Exactly.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, look, it was a very roller coaster round today. But that's the thing; it's a lot of the rounds have been very roller coastery. And that, for me, summertime is where I hammer it. Daylight savings is out, and I'm there after work having a hit, and I haven't done that this year.
Yeah.
We've been doing this a lot. This has taken up a bit of time.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but other times it's just, and we've also not had the greatest weather.
It's been shit.
It's been raining or it's been 48 degrees.
Shit.
It's been a shit summer. And so like the motivation to go out and play in those crap conditions
sometimes you
is
look at it
not
and you're like,
there. And you know, when I pump it up with the boys and it's all like, all right, we're going tonight, you get up and about for that. And we just haven't this year because the weather's not been prime. And when that happens and I'm not playing twice a week during summer, normally over the last 4 or 5 years that I've been a member, handicap plummets because it's just like I'm out there. And
You're out there,
like
you're
you
doing it.
said, it's comfy. There's no forgetting what a golf swing feels like anymore. repetition, it's
Yeah.
muscle memory, it's all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden it's just score.
And a
score,
healthy
score.
mindset.
Healthy mindset.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
year is a bit different where I'm coming into winter battling.
Yeah. Weather conditions can.
And I'm almost looking forward to winter golf because I'm just going to work for the next 6 months
Yeah.
and just try and iron something out. And
Yeah.
then I've got club champs in November in the back of my mind.
Yeah,
I want to make some noise.
Yeah. Okay. I
In
like
clubbies
it.
this
I
year.
like it.
That's
I
my
like
Q
it.
school.
Ah, interesting. I like
That's
it.
my Q
I like
school.
it. Shoot, you're 59, man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Because
Couple of 'em.
our winner last year played off 5.
Who was it?
Jared Applegren is his name. He's a great guy. Works at TaylorMade.
Yeah.
Yeah, good golf swing. Plays off 5.
Clearly can play. So
Just
was he overall champ?
Yeah, he won A grade club champs off 5.
Huh.
He just had 4 rounds in the 70s and won it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Wow.
I think he might have had.
Where was-
He
where
might have
was
had a
a couple-
69.
Where was a couple of the pennant players? Did they not play?
They played
Oh.
not well,
Oh.
not well at all.
Oh. I've got a few names in my head that should
Go
have.
on.
Like, Tim O'Malley, Dave Mullinger, fucking Ben Cashin.
Ben Cashin didn't have the greatest start. Tim always starts strong and kind of drops off a little bit. I think
Okay.
that's what he did as well. But yeah, it
No,
was
if
just
you have your
Jared,
weeks, you have your
Jared
weeks.
just made the most of a good week
you have your
as
weeks.
we've spoken about.
If you have your weeks, you have your weeks.
That's it.
You know what I reckon the worst thing about playing more as well? Not only the weather conditions, you battle the weather conditions as well.
Yeah.
But what I've found in particular that's got into my head more in the past probably, I want to say 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's been 6 weeks, but it's just stood out to me the most, is the pace of play when you're out there.
Oh, we could go on. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. Let's Let's have a chat about some things that absolutely piss us off.
Yeah, well, that's
Right.
that's relate to that. That's why. That's
Oh,
what
were you
I'm-
gonna-
That's the link.
Oh, sick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's address the elephant in the room, which is pace of play. Let's leave
Fuck
that till the end.
me.
Let's have a chat about some other stuff because
Okay.
I reckon if that's how you're going to intro it, and then 100%, let's go for it.
Okay. Well, okay. Dude, there's
Joel's going to have steam coming out his ears in a minute.
It's nothing frustrates me more than if it starts slow. Well, not slow. If it starts where you're not getting onto the next tee box and being able to hit, or getting down the fairway and the green's clear. If it's not like that, if it's just the same from the start, then you can sort of wear into the round a little
get
bit.
used to it a bit
you
more.
you sort of understand. Okay, this is the pace. So it starts from the start. It's a trend from the start. Whereas if you get through the first 5 holes, you played the first 5 holes in an hour, right? Or an hour. That's quick.
really quick.
That's pretty quick, right? You played 12-minute holes.
Yeah.
Right. And if you played a couple par fives in there, you're on time, if not ahead of time.
Yep.
Right. If you play the first 5 holes in an hour and then you come to a fucking standstill and the next 4 holes takes an hour 20 or an hour and a half,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it kills mentality. It kills any momentum. You start talking about it more on the tee box. You start thinking about it, and then you start hitting it worse, and then it just goes like this.
Yeah.
And it just snowballs more.
The amount of times I've walked up to a
Man.
hole after, and it tends to happen after I've had a bit of a stinker on the hole before.
'cause you notice it
right?
more.
Because
This
I've
is what
noticed
I
it more.
mean.
Right? I'll, have a bogey or whatever where I could have had a better score, pick the ball up, walk to the next hole, look ahead, see them right there, and just go, will you hurry the fuck up? It's just like, get moving.
Right. And if I tend to what's the word? Accept it a bit more if the whole field is like that.
Yeah.
So if it's just a lot of people in the field and everyone's trying, and it's a stroke round or whatever it might be, you cop it on.
That's
the
what
chin,
I was
deal
going to.
with it.
There are going to be certain days where you walk into your monthly stroke medal and you go, today is going to take forever.
It's 4 hours, 4.5, 4 hours 40, and you just cop that on the chin because it's like that every time. But if you're going out and you're playing a fucking par round on a Tuesday morning, right, and you've teed off at 8 o'clock and you walk into the clubhouse at 1:45.
Do you remember?
You come in and I'm fucking headless. One example was actually last week.
Yeah.
Right? This pissed me off even more because these group were in carts. This made me so angry. So I went down and played practice rounds with one of the juniors at Rosanna, Cody. I went down there with him. I stayed at his place. We get up 10 to 8. 10 day we teed off on the open, and then we played the Legends in the afternoon.
Sick.
So we played the open course, and our first, I reckon, actually we had a good run on the open. There was no one on the open course.
Yeah,
it was good. So we played that. We got in at 11:30. It took us about 3 hours 50.
Oh, awesome.
Right, cruise. We were in a cart as well. Right.
Yeah, and 2 ball.
But
yeah.
But I was having a look at the place, so I might hit a couple balls off a tee box or have a couple chips around a green. So I wouldn't say we stuffed around. We definitely didn't stuff around, but we're in carts and we both can play, and we're not slow players, so we got to move on. So it was a 3.5 hour round.
Yeah.
Essentially, we got in about 11:15. Then we had some lunch, and then old mate in the shop goes, "There's groups from 11:30 to 12:10, right? And it's 10-minute blocks.
Yep.
10-minute intervals per side. So he goes tee off at 20 past 12, and we saw there was 5 or 6 groups of 4s probably in front of us, right? So I'm like, right,
Yeah,
right, we'll deal with this. We might be able to sneak through them, right? We didn't know if it was comp or not, don't know. Anyway, we get to the first tee, and there's guys that were teeing off at 12:30, and we get to the tee at literally 2 minutes to 12:20. It was like 12:18 or something like that. And they're standing there with their drivers out, waiting for the 12:10 group must have teed off. I don't know. Anyway, and we get up there, and he goes, and we're like, hey fellas, and we're teeing off the back course. They were teeing off the whites or whatever. And they go, oh, what time are you guys off? 20 past 12. They go, oh, we're 12:30. Off you go. I'm like, oh, sweet Christmas, right? So I'm like, beautiful. So, and which was our right of way anyway. We've teed off. And we get up there. There was a group of 2 lads in front of us. They were just walking. They were also playing Q School the next week. So they go, lads, you're in card. Off you go.
Yeah.
And we're going to join them just to slow us down so we didn't catch a group. But anyway, we went through them. And it got to, I reckon, it was the 6th hole. I actually did the Insta story. It was the par 3.
Oh, yeah,
One of the
your
par
little ace
threes.
cam.
Yeah, little ace cam on the Legends course. It was like the 6th hole. Anyway, we get up there. And we noticed they're in 2 carts. We're like, sweet, this is all right. Because if we do happen to not let us through, at least it won't be that slow. They're in carts. Fuck. Like, they're getting a move on.
They'll get a move on.
But otherwise, and if not, they'll just let us through. Golden, right? We get up to the next tee, and we finished the entire par 3. I hit this thing left of the green. So I took a few minutes to hit this shot.
Yeah.
Right. We get up there, and the 3rd bloke is teeing off. 2 people. 2 of them have teed off. And we've played an entire par 3. 2 people have teed off. Right? We get up there.
I'm sorry.
We get up there.
That's a joke.
We get up there, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe this is once off. 2, he might have hit it sideways.
You don't know. They could have been hitting
don't know.
provies.
He could have been hitting a provisional. I don't know. So we were just like, oh, well, yeah. Anyway, they take forever. And my main issue was not only were they slow getting out of the cart, fucking doing their scoping, practice swings, sanding, getting the ball back in the bag, standing there figuring out where to go next. Like, didn't really have an issue with that. It was the fact that both carts and all 4 people went to the same ball, watched the person tee off, then drove 8 meters to the right, watched him hit the ball, drove 14 meters up further left, all 4 of them watched him hit the ball.
This is
and I'm just
making me sick.
I'm just like, I'm standing on each fairway, each tee box going, boys, fuck.
Split.
Just go to your ball. You don't need to watch Harry hit his shot. You were just standing there on the tee box with him. You can watch it from your ball. You don't have to hold his hand. Move. Or let us through. And while they're standing there, they don't even go through their routine. While they're standing there on the green, one of them is holding the flag, 2 of them are standing to the side, and one of them putts. Right? One of them putts from 20 feet. Goes near the hole, he goes up and taps it in. The next guy, go to his ball, does his routine. I'm like, lads, look at your putt, have an idea, take 10 seconds for your routine, because you should already be thinking about the putt, not watching Greg hit his putt that he's just spent a minute
Far
on.
out.
Boys, move. And if you're not going to move, don't look at us and shrug us off as if we're standing there impatient, which we were.
Yeah, because you guys were being slow.
The problem was every tee box, they would look behind us, acknowledge us, and then just look forward and do nothing. Right? And it got to the 13th. It got to the 13th tee, and I'm absolutely infuriated with this by now. And we're hitting it pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like, me and Co were actually playing all right considering the weather elements. And we get up to the 13th tee, and I said, hey lads, we've got something on the Savo. Do you mind if we just creep through, even if we skip a hole? Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to go through. They go, oh, there's a group of 2 in front of us and a group of 4 in front of them. We'll hold this position. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I said, did you just hear what you said? There's a group of 2 in front of you. You're telling me we can join them?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right, so we did that anyway. We just drove straight past them on 15.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
And one of them spoke to me afterwards in the car park.
Oh, really?
He goes, lads, you know, it was the middle of a comp field. I said, yeah,
Cool.
cool. So what? I said, I'm sorry, but what's the issue? And he goes, you can't jump in front of a comp field. I said, we didn't. So we rejoined. What the pro shop should have done is join us up with another group of 2.
Yeah.
So we weren't so slow.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I wasn't really slow out there. I said, no, you were slow. I said the field wasn't slow. You were. I said, you're in 2 carts. What are you doing?
See, I've been on both sides of that argument.
Yeah.
Right. I've been the slow group before. We all have.
Oh, of course.
And I'm not going to say here that I'm friggin' perfect or whatever. I take my time too, but I've also been in your position where I've stuck behind, and I don't play a lot of social golf. A lot of my rounds are comp rounds.
Yeah.
So I can't really move.
Yeah.
You can't really, unless shit hits the absolute fan.
Yeah.
Right. And you might get waved through just because, Greg's been he's on his 15th Pro V1 in the first 3 holes, right? And then the boys are going, you know what? Go.
Yeah.
We're already 2 holes behind.
Understand.
What I do, and again, it's a different thing altogether, and people might turn around and say that we're privileged or whatever else to play, but whatever, I'm going to say it. I'll look, if there's a group in front of us that are slow, I'll look at the group in front of them.
Oh, you have to.
Find out where they are.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the group in front of us falls at more than a hole behind the group in front of them,
Yeah.
I'm calling the pro shop.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
Club captain, whoever it is. If you're slow, and there's no stopping you.
Yeah.
Right? I'll call the pro shop. I'll scream at blokes.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I've been on tee boxes before and yelled out and gone, oi, what's going on? Right? And yeah, I'm having a stinker and I probably shouldn't be doing that, and I'll acknowledge that until the cows come home. But fuck me. Nothing pisses me off more than slow play.
It's infuriating.
You know what pisses me? Actually, there's one thing that might piss me off a little bit more. We've got a local rule.
Here we go.
We've got a local rule at Heidelberg, right?
Yeah.
Heidelberg Golf Club's surrounded by power lines and power towers. And you can probably go and think of where I'm going with this.
Sort of.
Down the 14th hole.
Oh, the pylons.
Not the pylons, the wires,
Yeah.
right? There's a local rule at our club to say that if you hit one of the wires, doesn't matter what the conditions or what the game is that you're playing on that day, you pull another ball out of your bag and you play it.
You re-hit.
You re-hit.
Regardless.
No penalty, regardless. Right?
Yeah.
Every fucking time I hit those bloody power lines, either it's been the crispest 7-iron I've ever hit in my life and it's going to go in the hole. I don't care what anyone says. Right? Or I've hit it, it's half decent, it hits a line, and it still ends up in a half decent spot, and then I have to re-hit. That first ball is null and void.
Guaranteed you skunk it.
And you skunk it. Skunk it. And I'm walking down going, and the thing is, you should, in my opinion, you should have the choice.
I was gonna say you should
have the choice.
Yeah.
If you hit your first ball, it hits the power line, goes 10 feet up in the air, and then drops down, still in the middle of the fairway, but you're 100 meters shorter than your target, cool. I should still be able to turn around and go, right, well, play it as it lies.
Yeah.
That's now me shot for 3 or whatever.
Depending on what sort of shot you have in front of you.
Yeah. That's the next shot you've got.
Yeah.
I shouldn't then have to go and pull another ball out, drop it, and then try and avoid what I've just done.
Yeah.
And still hit a decent shot. It
yeah.
happens time and time again. There's a few holes where this can happen. So five tee box is heavily affected.
I used to hate doing that when you tee it up, it's slightly wind at the back, you've got drive and you fucking roast this thing.
And then
it hits it, go doing.
Yeah.
Right, it goes behind you, and then you're like, fuck, I've got to re-hit this and you toe hook.
And the thing is, the car park at our club is just off your left shoulder from the 5th tee box. There's been countless times where blokes have hit the wires, they've bounced back and put holes in windscreens because that's just how things work.
That's the funniest thing.
But again, if Gary wants to, he should be able to choose to hit his ball out of the car park for his next shot.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have to re-hit it.
Yeah.
So I can understand why the rule is there though, because the argument's there. Well, hang on, if you hit the wire, it could progress it.
So if you were to change the rule, how would you word it?
I would say if you hit the power lines, you've got a choice to either re-hit at no penalty or take your ball as it lies.
Yeah, take the ball as it lies. Interesting. Oh, okay. So if the ruling should be, if you are to hit the power line, you have the opportunity to re-hit. Re-hit with no penalty.
Penalty. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
rule stands as it is now, where you hit the line,
Yeah.
you just play it again.
Yeah.
No penalty. No. It's,
That's a given.
If it's your second shot that you've hit and it's hit the power lines, you're still hitting your second shot. You just got to do it again.
You just got to do it again. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Or you hit 3 from wherever it ends up.
If it comes back 50 meters, you should still have the option to turn around and go, right, I'm going to walk 50
playing
meters up the
3.
hill and I'm going to
Playing
play
3.
3 from up there.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's one that absolutely gets me.
Yeah,
I hate
right.
It's a local rule specific to our club. If your golf club out there have got, or local golf courses got power lines and you play the same rule, maybe you feel the same way, but it irritates me.
Just
Hate it. Hate it. Have you got anything else that absolutely gives you the irrits about this sport? 'Cause I got a couple.
I don't think I have really any rulings that piss me off.
Forget rules.
What would I change?
Not necessarily about what would you change.
Yeah.
Just you're driving home from a round of golf and you go, fuck man, that pissed me off today. Because I got a couple. Because you've mentioned pace of play.
It's that really does affect me, and I'm not a slow player by any means, and you know that firsthand. I walked my ball, and speaking on pace of play, it's when looking for golf balls. This shits me.
No one abides by the 3-minute rule anymore.
There's no such thing. It's a 15-minute rule now, according to dickheads.
Yeah.
Right. But this thing frustrates me. 4 people do not need to look for a golf ball. No. 4 people do not need to look for a golf ball.
If 2 of the 4 people have hit it on the other side of the fairway, they do not need to come across the fairway and look for golf balls. I agree with you.
4 people, the whole group does not need to look for that golf ball, because the only person that can determine whether you get happen to be relief, you hit it near a hazard, is your marker of your card. You and him should be looking for your golf ball.
And that's it.
And yeah, more the merrier. You want to look for your ball. But in 9 times out of 10, you've either hit it into a spot where you can generally see it go into anyway, or you've hit it into a spot where it's unfindable.
Yeah.
So your four paying partners do not need to leave their bags in the middle of the fairway, go look for it for 3 minutes, then go back and hit their golf shots. Because before you know it, you're a hole behind. You've just spent 10 minutes doing that.
And that's the other thing. I mentioned before that, like, in our group, it's me, our mate Michael, you've played with before, another friend of ours. Short game Mike. Another mate of ours, Mitch, and then it's just the 3 of us. So whoever jumps in, jumps in.
Yeah.
The 3 of us, me, Michael, and Mitch, we all take it upon ourselves to keep an eye on things.
Yeah,
right?
Of course, you have to.
Someone has to nominate themselves to be like the barometer of the group and go, right. There's been weeks where we're on 2, second hole, having a putt, and I see the group in front of us nearly at the green on 3.
Yeah.
And I go, boys, we've got to get a slight move on here.
That's another initiative.
We've got to get a slight move on. Not by much. We're just got to get a kick of a move on.
Yeah.
Right? But then there's also times where I'm just like, and especially like where we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The group in front of us is just there. The group behind us is miles away.
Yeah.
We're not holding anybody up. So, yeah, cool. No worries. We'll go look for Bugger Lug's ball. It's very situational.
It's very circumstantial. Very circumstantial.
100%.
And the people that don't understand that are the one that annoys me the most.
People who, and this is on my list here, people who have no wherewithal for their position and their surroundings on the golf course.
No awareness.
Hate it.
And like, to your point, and this is not everyone. I don't know. I can't even say you know who you are, because they clearly don't. But people that agree with us with this are going to notice it the most.
Oh,
right. So
now that we've mentioned it,
and people know who these certain people are at the golf club. You're like, yeah, he does that. He's he has no idea. And I've heard in some cases where people actually haven't been taught that. They're not actually aware. It's like go drive an F1 car and go, oh, what's this button do? And people are like, well, how do you not know what that does? Well, it's because you're not aware of it. You know what I mean? So going out on the golf course and someone not aware of pace of play or something like that, the second they're taught about it, it sticks with you. That's why we're sort of aware of it, because we've just dealt with it for so long and we've been aware of it for so long. And another thing is that, to your point, when you're standing on the second green and going, boys, two of us go hit off or something like that. Or to my point, when you're looking for golf balls, 4 people don't need to look for a golf ball.
Yeah.
2 of them do. And if there's more, and like to your point, if you notice that the group isn't up your ass, or you're not slow or anything like that, maybe get a move on. So that 3 minutes doesn't need to be taken up.
Yeah.
Then get a move on. Otherwise, just be aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like just
and
understand where you are in the field, who's behind you, who's in front of you, and determine so the flow is easier.
The one, and I'm going to get to a story in a second because there is one. The one piece of advice I can give to people to avoid slow play, hit your provisionals straight away.
Yeah, immediately.
Because I've done it before, and everyone forgets. It happens, right?
Yeah.
If you hit a ball and there's any reasonable doubt that you might lose it, put another one down and hit it.
A percent of doubt you should be pulling another ball out.
100%.
Percent.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Stableford and par and you don't mind scratching the hole. If you're playing a stroke play round, pull that second ball out immediately.
Because the last thing you want to do is walk up, have a look, and go, fuck, this is lost.
Shit.
Run all the way back.
Yeah. Yeah.
There have been times where I've had to do that and genuinely thought, do I just DQ myself here?
Yeah, because you feel stupid.
Because you feel stupid.
For one.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember, this is a story I've had for you. Do you remember a couple of years ago, you and I played around at Heidelberg? It genuinely might have been 2 years ago. It was a Thursday. We teed off at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and that round took us 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh, I've probably erased it from my mind.
And I have too, but literally just talking about this today has brought it back up. No joke, there was one group of four in front of us and nobody in front of them.
Yeah, right. They'll just...
You've definitely forgotten about this, but I remember there was four blokes. They were...
Was that on a Thursday or Tuesday?
Tuesday or Thursday, one of the two. It was a slow day, and I booked us in going, yep, no worries, we'll just go have a bash.
I'm not sure.
And no joke, these guys were... I don't know if they were in the comp, but they were gambling.
Yeah, okay.
And at the end of every hole, they'd stand on the green for another couple of minutes and just hand out money.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Do you not remember this?
No, I don't remember this.
I was just 100%.
I've definitely done some sort of stupid voodoo ritual at the end of that night and got rid of it out of
But
my
yeah,
out
just
of my
another
mind.
example.
That's
a couple of things that really, I'm going to go through these rapid fire because we want to move on.
Spit them out.
Slow players piss me off.
Yeah.
And by slow players, I mean blokes who take 48 seconds standing over the ball.
Yeah.
Blokes who are in their own head and go, ugh, and they're shaking. You can literally see it. Yeah. We played golf with a guy. He's actually a member at Rosanna now. I won't name him, but he was a member at Berg, moved to Rosie. I played with him one day and he was getting all G'd up because Clubbies was around the corner. You might know him.
I know who it is, yeah.
And I literally spoke to him after this particular round and said, mate, if you want to play Clubbies in a couple of weeks, you need to shave 28 seconds off your bloody pre-shot routine.
Yeah, you need to...
I said, because you will get left behind.
Yeah.
A marshal will come out and DQ you for slow play. They'll actually do it.
Yeah.
Right? The other one, and this is a big one for me, blokes who have no chat. No chat. Oh, well and good you play with your mates every week. That's cool.
Yeah.
But today I played with three blokes I'd never played with before and had a great day.
Yeah, good.
We just had a good old, they're all in their late 70s, early 80s.
They're some of the times the best.
The best rounds of golf because they don't hit it far. They're impressed by everything that you do, right? They're all playing off mid-20s and they just go, oh, wow, you hit it that far. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, but those guys are also the best because they don't care. They don't stand over the ball they don't stand over the ball for a minute. They go up and they go, oh, yeah, this feels like a 7-iron. They just bun it up next to the green and they don't four-putt.
No rangefinders inside.
Exactly. They don't give a shit.
No, one of the blokes had one of those, you know when you go to like mini golf and you get the putters that are like both left-handed and right-handed? He had one of those.
That's the best.
Like the old from like the 60s.
That's
it was
the
mint.
best.
But yeah, they're just a couple of things. Like blokes who have no chat. Like I've played golf with blokes, literally three blokes who are all mates and they've just completely not even engaged me.
Don't speak.
And it's kind of okay. After the first 100 meters of walking, you can figure out if that's going to be the round.
Yeah.
So I just go, right, zone it out. Just focus on you today.
Yeah.
Make a joke here and there. And I ripped shit into them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you don't want to give me any chat? Sweet. I'm going to pick apart at your weaknesses. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll talk rubbish to you all day long. Make you hate
You're
me.
petty like that.
I hate it. I hate it.
No, here's a question. This was brought up yesterday, actually.
Okay.
This is not a second cut question.
Okay.
This is just a question. Oh, well, this is a question into your opinion. What is your opinion if... Oh, actually, no, I've got something that I'll change, a ruling that I'll change.
You're all over the shop.
Shut
Go
up.
on.
First, divots in the fairway.
Oh, yeah, you should be able to, lift
Do you
clean in
relief
place.
or no relief?
Lift clean in place.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Again, amateur golfers.
That's not the point.
If you want to play that rule and just hit it as it lies in pro golf, that's all well and good. But like, I don't find myself in that many divots. Like I can't really. You don't. You really
don't. You might find one every 5 rounds. Not even that. I can't remember the last time I was in a divot.
Same here. But in saying that, I know blokes who are far more unlucky than we are, and it's just give them a handspan. Just give me a handspan.
See, unrepaired divots that are 1.5 inches deep out of the fairway, fair enough. Fair enough.
But blokes
but that could get twisted on its head real quick because people will go, oh, that's not sanded enough, or that I'm sitting at the back of the thing and I can't hit the ball properly. No. Any divot that's repaired and has sand on it, no relief at all. You should be hitting the ball first anyway. And for someone that complains about a repaired divot saying that it affects the way they play their next shot is a poor ball striker.
You just made a comment that's completely changed my mind about this.
Why?
I don't think you should get relief at all.
No.
Because you literally just said blokes will spin this to make it work for them.
That's why it's a bit iffy. There was guys in the
Fuck it. Play it as it lies.
Yeah.
Grow up.
There was guys that came into the shop yesterday and one of them lost it. Not at us.
Just
it was
the game.
He just wanted to scream. He just wanted to just lose it about the topic. It wasn't at us, and he made that really clear. He came in, he goes, "This is not you, boys. I just need a rant." I'm like, fair enough. Go for it, Charlie. Go for it. Right? And his name's actually Charlie. I'm serious. Anyway, and he comes in and he's saying, bullshit relief. I can't even get me 5 wood from 130 meters onto the ball because it's fucking sandy and divot and And he just lost it, right?
Yeah.
And I just made to my point. I said, should you hit the ball first or the ground first, Charlie, when you're hitting a shot? And he goes, ball first. I said, you've just answered your own question, son. I said,
yeah,
if you're in a divot and another thing, if it's unrepaired and you're sitting down and you've got a wedge shot from 70 meters, yes, that cranks my gears as well because you actually can't get to the back of it. What do? You're going to knife it or flub it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where that rule can be like, okay, where you do get that handspan or some sort of, but it will get twisted so much. So much.
No, and for that reason, fuck it off.
One thing that I would change,
Okay.
that I would love to change, and this could be sort of like the hazard rule or something like that when you ask your marker or something like that, is when there's fucking mud on your golf ball in the middle of the fairway. If you're in the fairway,
Mud ball,
exactly.
ball.
If I crank a drive out there and I'm in the middle of the fairway and I've got a horse shit on the side of my golf ball and I hit a wedge shot and it goes, and it misses green by 25 meters because there's a bit of shit on the ball, that infuriates me.
Yeah.
I think if you're in the middle of the fairway, rough, bad luck, you've hit in the rough. But fairway or anything like that, or closely mown, so first cuts and fringe around the green and stuff like
it's got to
that.
be just fairway.
No, fairway or closely mown. Anything in the rough, penalty area, blah, 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 bad luck, you've hit it in there. Closely mown areas, so aprons of greens, fringes and stuff like that. I reckon if you ask your marker saying, I've got duck shit on the edge of my ball, can I just scrape it off? You should be able to put a tee behind it, scrape it off, do not clean any more of it. You just scrape that off and
on the ground
and replace the ball. You have to scrape it off. You can't wipe it on your pants and shine
Can't
the ball
take
up.
it to your towel.
Nah, just wipe it next to it. Just
Just
wipe it off.
literally pick it up, scrape it on the
Or
ground.
even use a tee to scrape it off or something like that. Just get the mud off it and then
Yeah.
put the ball down.
Okay, I
And
don't
then
mind it.
replay it. That is what I would love to see change.
The amount of education that would have to go into that
No,
is
it's simple.
ridiculous.
If there's
No, I
mud,
know you think it's simple, but it's not.
It's not. It's the same as the divot.
it's- I've seen Instagram pages and it's popping up in our podcast algorithm.
yeah.
Golf clubs around
Yeah.
the world
Yeah.
teaching people how to rake bunkers. And that's just raking
shocking,
bunkers, right? But that's the education that I'm
Yeah.
talking about. If you're going to tell people, okay, now you can pick your ball up and scrape off the dirt and put it back, come on.
That which comes down to lift, clean, and place. If there's a golf course that's going to have a chance of a mud ball, it's usually preferred lies anyway.
Yeah.
But I've had instances where
Yeah, duck shit's everywhere.
we
live in Australia.
duck shit or some sort of bit of mud or
Kangaroo shit.
exactly something's on your golf ball that is going to affect the flight, and I promise you it does.
Yep,
So
100%.
I'd change that. That shits me to tears.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one to
That
wrap it up.
shits
If you
me to
feel
tears.
like you're a little bit lighter now, the tension's out of the shoulders.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good actually. No, I'm good. I actually had a round Friday where the pace of play was absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
And we actually got to the point where my girlfriend Britt came around with me and won the 13th tee, and she actually said to him, she goes, I can't take this anymore. So she went up to him and she goes, hey guys, we're just a one, can we? And they're like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, how would you not the fucking
Yeah, fair.
how were you not aware? And anyway, they were fine about it, so we went through and I ended up shooting a good score, so it was fine.
Good. Questions from the second card.
Yes.
Have you
Let's do
got?
it.
How many have you got?
I've got one.
You got one.
It's only one each. Yeah.
Okay, I got two. I'm gonna try and pick. You go first.
All right, I've got one. Would you rather have to carry everything in your golf bag without the bag? So balls, clubs, rangefinder, tees, towels, fucking extra gloves,
Oh, that's mint.
ball markers, anything. So
Or-
take everything out of your golf bag and you have to carry
You just
it.
got
You've just
your clubs tucked under your arm.
yeah, you've got your pockets full of
pockets are
six
bulging.
balls. You've got tees in your pockets somewhere. You've got a little.
You're forced to wear a cap with a magnet on it for your ball marker.
You've got that clip on your belt where you have your rangefinder. You've got the towel strapped to the back of you. Everything in your bag.
You've
have
got
to
your
carry.
scorecard in your wallet on a massive long chain.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Or you can use the MGI,
Yeah.
but you have to crawl the entire golf course.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm crawling.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, so you have to crawl on your-
'cause I'm not just thinking about carrying this stuff. How much of it am I like? Okay, let's say you're carrying all your golf clubs, the 14 golf clubs.
Yeah.
You got to put it down,
Yeah.
pick one,
Yeah.
hit it,
Yeah.
pick everything back up.
But you got to find it
You got 100%.
or crawl.
I'd rather crawl.
Really?
Yep. I'd rather crawl.
Crawl the entire golf course, but you can use the MGI. So you're on your hands and knees the whole
Yeah,
time.
the MGI is not getting above like a 3 in terms of speed, but like you just. That's me, just straight up 4 at Berg, 500 meter par 5, straight uphill, no dramas.
I'd probably rather crawl up 4 as well. Oh my God, that's amazing.
But think about it, like you're carrying
amazing.
14 golf clubs, plus you've got 15 balls in your pockets.
Let me make it easier
so
for
what,
you.
I'm going to have to take all that out. I can't swing with that.
Let me make it easier for you.
Okay.
You only have to carry your clubs. So you can put gadgets on. So you can clip your towel to your belt. You can put your
So you wear
rangefinder
like
to
a
your
tool
belt.
belt that's got everything in it. You
Sorta.
just unclip the belt, put it down, but I'd
But
rather
you've
do
got
that.
balls in your pockets, tees in your pockets, markers, gloves, fucking phone, scorecard, everything in your pockets and on you. But you can clip your towel and rangefinder to your belt. I think he's crawling.
Yeah, I think I'm crawling.
I think he's crawling.
Because unless I had like a tool belt or
Yeah.
something that had everything in it that I could just unclip the tool belt, put it down along with the golf clubs, hit my shot, pick up the clubs in the tool belt, whack it back on and keep going.
Yeah.
Then I might carry everything.
Yeah.
But if I have 100 individual items and my pockets are swollen out, like I've, because I got a dozen Pro V1s in a pocket.
Nothing would bring me more joy than to see you crawling fucking up 18 fucking
When we
fairway
play
or
Heritage,
something.
we'll put it on. We'll make a story. I'll crawl next to the cart.
I want to see you crawling down one. We're just going like, drags us off. He's going, that'd be the best. That'd be amazing. All right, that's my question. That entertained me a lot more than I
All
thought.
right, sweet. I'm gonna be a bit more serious. That's class. I feel like we should almost end it there.
How good's that one?
That's quality. All right, I'm gonna get a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Major season is around the corner. We are gonna do a massive Masters preview and everything.
Yes. We'll
I
just
want you
rant
to
on
give
every
me
Masters.
one player who you fancy to win a major this year, who isn't like one of your favorites. Give me a roughie to win a major this year.
To win a major this year. That I want to see.
Not that you want to see, but you think that it could actually get it done. Someone who might not be in the spotlight at the moment of major contenders. Someone who you think could actually sneak one in.
Fleetwood.
Tommy,
Yeah. He hasn't got one.
any particular place or any particular one?
Nah. Any one of them.
Yeah.
Any one of them I'd like to see. Nah, because I really like him as a player.
I agree. I think he's great.
I find he'll have an amazing tournament, but he'll have that like 9-hole stretch throughout that whole event that just fucks him. Right, and it's not his fault. Everyone has bad 9 holes, but he'll be 17 under for a 4-round stretch, but for that one round he was 4 over on that 9, and the winner had 18 or something like that. So you know what I mean. So like, I'd really like him to pull. I'd really love to see him with a green jacket on.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Or something like that. That'd be really cool.
That'd be sick.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, so I'd probably say Fleetwood. Like,
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's out of the spotlight,
No,
but he's not your top 5 where they're like you've got your Scheffler, Rory, Rahm, Wyndham, and
Yeah,
Schauffele or something like that.
yeah, those guys.
Or Max Homer. Max Homer's another one that I'd love to
Max
see.
Homa would be sick.
I'd love to see him hold a claret jug. That would be sick. But probably. Yeah, Tommy or Max. It would be one of the two.
I've got one.
Yeah.
And I feel like the story of this would be huge.
Yeah.
He was up and about there last year,
Where?
US Open.
Yeah.
Ricky Fowler.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Ricky Fowler at Pinehurst number 2 just put together 4 awesome days and just make up for what he lost last year.
Interesting.
Because
that would be pretty
he
cool.
was the story last year. Where's Rick come from? He's
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Back at it again. Had a couple of good results leading in.
Yeah.
Puts the lights out, and then Wyndham Clark gets him because again he had 9 holes where he wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This year, Pinehurst number 2, I'm looking forward to so much.
That would be pretty cool. That's a cool place, that.
It's a sick golf course from the outside looking in, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I reckon I'd love to see the orange get
Rick.
crowned. Big Dig Rick.
Big Dick Rick. I like it. Do you have another one or not?
I do have another one.
All right,
Do you
just
want?
spit that. We got a bit of time.
All right. Would you rather play in a group of blokes that you've never played with before that don't chat at all, or chat too much?
Nah, don't chat at all.
Yeah.
I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and I feel like I can hone in on the game because my mentality is different. A lot of people just go out there as a bit of a social hit. Yeah, they want to play well, but I'm going out to score regardless of who I'm playing with or what I'm playing for. I'm going out there to play some golf. So that's probably more the competitive mentality out of me. But yeah,
For blokes that you've never met, you'd rather
for
them
blokes that I've never met, I'd rather them sort of keep more to themselves, give the old shot here and there,
Yeah.
or good putt or something like that, rather than literally having to step off a golf shot because they won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
like you just hear them yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather no talking.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. That's bang on for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go, nah, I can't deal with the silence or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, I would rather definitely 100%.
Very good. Moving forward into next week, we've obviously got a bit of a Q School deep dive.
Yes.
We're going to the focus is going to be back on you again, which is great. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you can produce in the next couple of weeks.
Me too.
We've got a couple episodes coming up that we're really looking forward to. Yes, we are getting guests on. Yes, they're coming.
It will happen.
It's
eventually.
coming. We're probably
maybe after Masters Week. After that,
Well, yeah, because
Maybe.
after Masters Week, we'll do we've got a bit of a agenda for what we want to release and when.
Yeah.
Over the next couple of weeks, we've discussed that off camera.
yeah,
Once we get that done, and we've got a bit of time up our sleeve, and we've got to start getting in
because
touch with some people.
our next 3, including today, have been pretty much sorted.
Yes.
So today's today. This is going up Friday the 29th. So which you'll be listening to. The week after, the Friday after,
Episode 8 and 9 are pretty much already taken care of in terms of topics.
That's done.
Yeah. So this is episode 7, as you said. So maybe looking into episode 10, 11, we'll try and get somebody on. We do have somebody in mind.
Yeah, we have a couple people that are like, oh, but I would love to,
Yeah.
and
No, Nathan Anderson and Angus Turner, you cannot get on the podcast. Couple of our Heidelberg Colt players.
we'll Zoom call you.
Yeah, we'll Zoom call you and forget to press record. A couple of boys.
Nando's and Goosey, if you're listening, we love you.
We love yous, but you had a couple of too many beers.
But
and
we might get cancelled if we have you guys on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good place. I think that's a pod, mate. I
Yeah,
think that's a good place to leave it.
Good stuff.
Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always.
And listening.
And listening as well. Be sure to check out both platforms, YouTube and Spotify.
Share them.
Share them, go nuts. Be sure to
'em.
check out Halfcaf Golf as well. Second drop incoming very soon. Another one of their polos here.
Yep.
Be sure to keep an eye on our socials as always.
Yep. Couple clips will go up. We're going to be I reckon we're going to be releasing another YouTube video on Friday. Not on Friday.
Not on Friday.
We'll be recording something. There'll be montages. There'll be ace cams on stories.
I've got something.
What?
I want to
What?
lay down a challenge.
What are we
I'm
doing?
laying. No, not to you.
Oh, right.
Shut up and let me go for a second before we wrap it up. All right. The boys at Halfcaf Golf.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to formally challenge on the podcast the boys at Halfcaf Golf to a 9-hole scramble match.
Bring it on.
You and me versus the boys at Halfcaf. There's 3 of them, so it's fine.
Wait, what's the standard of play? What's their standard?
Dave's a lefty, plays off about 7 or 8,
Yep.
similar to me.
Yeah.
Nashy plays off 18, 19, 20,
Yeah.
and Stu plays off about 15, 16. So we'll give him 2 shots.
Okay, no. We'll just. Do you want to do 3v2 or
Yeah, 3v2.
We might sort something out with them.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
But anyway, the challenge is there. Heidelberg Golf Club, right? Me and you versus the boys at Halfcaf Golf. The challenge has been set.
He's put it out there.
Answer the call if you dare.
Sign the contract.
Sign the contract.
I like it. All right, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so
Cool.
that's something that I've already put the feelers out, and they've been a little bit hesitant.
Bit scared, maybe.
Now they can't go anywhere.
Bit scared,
It's out
maybe.
there.
Bit
They're
scared.
definitely scared. They're quaking.
Got to be scared.
Quaking. They're shaking.
I can't wait for one of them to text us going, you dick.
100%. Nashy's going to give me a call later and just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
man?"
you're a knob. I like it.
But yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening and watching. Be sure to check out our socials. Check out Halfcaf Golf. Despite how crap they got
No, they're fantastic.
they're
Go on.
fantastic, but their polos are even better. So
Yeah,
go and
exactly.
give them a look in. All the best for you moving into Q school in
Yes.
the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
We'll obviously see you before then, but keep the preparation going.
Mm-hmm.
We're really keen for you. We're pulling for you. So yes, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. As always, check out the YouTube, check out the Spotify, check out the TikTok, check out the Instagram, check out Halfcaf Golf. All the best. Hit them well. See you next week.
See you next week.